If the Cybertruck is your first Tesla vehicle, you're going to notice one key difference from ICE vehicles. It does not have a instrument cluster, and that can be weird at first. And it does not have CarPlay and Android Auto. So here's where Tesla comes to alleviate that problem for you with the S11 dashboard screen. This is an instrument cluster for the Cybertruck, and it has an immersive HD display, and it has a UI that's customizable to your like and need. So without further ado, this is what you're going to get in the packaging when you get it from Teslaunch. It is going to add the ability to have CarPlay and Android Auto on the display itself. So without further ado, let's take a look at the packaging. It's very nice, very simple. Let's go ahead and unbox this real quick and see what we're going to get inside before we jump outside and do the installation. Everything is very nice and packaged. You're going to get all the harness here for you to do the installation. Some zip ties, pry tool, a USB to Type-C adapter, and a little wrench here with little clips, I believe for wire management, zip ties for wire management, and the pry tool to pry the panels out. Let's go ahead and put this on the side. And the actual display here looks very nice, and it does have a vent here that is adjustable, so you can adjust this vent up and down so it does not block your vents. And it is side to side too, so up and down, side to side, it's gonna work just fine. This one's a little bit harder to do, but it does do it. The harness and everything you need that's on there for you to go ahead and install. First initial impression is this thing looks big. It does have a Type-C cable here on the back. I don't know if that will provide power to the screen, or if, oh, that's what the adapter is for, so maybe for updates and stuff like that. But the screen looks absolutely fantastic. I'm gonna go outside, we'll walk through the installation. This is my first time doing this, so if you're a little hesitant in doing something like this, don't be. A lot of these installs just look very complicated, but can be very simple if you follow the instructions. So we're gonna do this together, me and you. We're gonna figure it out, and we're gonna get this bad boy installed. The S11 dashboard screen installed in the Cybertruck. Let's go. Okay, so the instruction calls that we remove this piece and this whole door trim that goes all on the bottom. Now you're going to do it to both sides. You're going to do it to this driver's side and the passenger side. All right, so we have removed this cover and the side door trim right there on both the driver's side and the passenger side. If you lose any of these little white clips that go on here, don't worry about it. Teslaunch gives you extra, so you do have extra ones to put it on there. Some might not even have them out of the factory. I noticed that on the other panel, as you can see, look at that, I'm missing this metal clip that goes there. I think a metal clip goes there. I'll check on the other side, but if you lose those little white ones, don't worry about it. You have a bunch of extra ones that Teslaunch gives you in the packaging with the screen. Okay, the next step is we have to pull back all that goes across. Just this rug part, I don't know, I think you just pull down on it, and then we're gonna fish the wire across to the components over there on the other side.
There's a push pin that you have to undo here, a clip that goes to this part in here. It's a little hard to get. Just be careful because mine fell in the crack here in between the door. So just be careful when you pull it out for it not to fall like mine did. I got to see if I can even see it and pull it out. Okay, next we're going to get our wiring set and we're going to fish it over. The side with the module goes to the driver's side, then you fish these other ones to the passenger side along with this one right here. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, next we're gonna take this one out right here. As you can see, we're just gonna pull out like so, and then we're gonna plug it into this one. Now these, you can't mess these up because they all have different size ports, so they're not, you gotta match them. So this one's gonna go to this one like so, if I'm not mistaken. Go this way, and it clicks in like so, and then we're gonna put the other one into the section we just removed right there, and then you're left with this little black one and these two right here. Next we have to take out that one right there. You know which one it is with all the colorful wires, and you see the wire harness going into it. So we have to pull this one out. Okay, we have it out now. So there is a button that you just have to press right there, and then kind of press it down, and then just pull down and it'll release. As you can see, it's out. So next what we have to do is connect this one right there, and then we'll connect this one to the blue harness right there. See if I can do this while I hold the camera. Move that back there. Try to give you guys a good view. It's a little tight in here, so I'll be doing it backwards. Goes like this. As you can see, snaps right in place. We're going to take this and connect it to this. And that's nice and connected, as you can see. And next we have to pull this down and expose this portion. You know you're in the right place when you see, let me get this. You can see all these blue modules there, but there is a connector. I don't know if you can see it right there. It has a white line and it's taped up to the side. We need that connector, so what we got to do is break this loose. Just rip the tape or cut it with the actually you can just break it loose, and we're going to bring this and utilize this connector. That's why I got to break this tape right here, but that is the connector you need, and it's hidden right back there, but it has a white line so you can identify it with the white line. All right, so we have it connected there. That's going to remain over there. We're going to have an extra connection there in case we need to piggyback off of that. You can tuck that very nicely back there, and the rest of the harness connects right here. So you have all your connections pretty much done right here, boom, right here, down here, and then back there. Basically you have to button all this up and do the connections on the other side here. All right, next we have to install the screen here. Now you do have a port to channel the wires there so you can get a nice fit. But I'm thinking it doesn't really tell you how to install this, to be honest. So right, so installing this is not too difficult, but you have to run the wire here along the side, and you have to run it, fish the wire through one of the vents. So I believe you will be blocking a little bit of airflow here to this one, because you can't put it behind. As you can see, it's a very nice tight fit, and you can't run it behind here because then you're just gonna have it dangling up here like this, and it looks nasty. So I just ran it along one of the air vents there side, and you can try to tuck it even more, but it is a little bit visible, which I kind of don't like. I wish it would have been, we can tuck it in either a different way. I don't know if you can run it up here, but I doubt you can, because it's just gonna look ugly if you run it down there. You have to fish it down here, but either way, it's set up. I'm gonna go ahead and finish buttoning it up, but the last portion is, the last connection is tying in here, and then kind of taping this here to the side over here to get it out of the way, and then putting everything back to normal. But you can see a little bit of the display there, but I'll walk through it when I'm done here. Let me go ahead and tie this up, and we'll get back, and I'll try to see if I can do anything different with that wire. But if I do find a different way to hide that wire, I'll let you guys know. Okay, quick update. I was able to pop this up a little bit and fish the wire underneath here, so then you don't see the wire here. I think it just looks better. It looks for a much cleaner install. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start putting everything back together, and hopefully it does good. But the screen is powered on and it is communicating, so it's looking like we did a good job. All right, first thing first, if you're thinking about installing this and you are going to get the new like center console extension that goes all the way over there, I suggest you do this before that, because all this bottom stuff comes down. All right, it's been a couple of days since I installed this instrument cluster here on the Cybertruck, and there's a couple of things that don't work yet with the instrument cluster. I did contact Teslaunch, and they said that they are working on getting all the communications in sync with the Cybertruck, because Tesla changes it all the time, so they have to patch the system and for it to properly communicate. But so far, I'm gonna tell you what actually works, and I know you don't see it right here, but the PSI reading for your tires does work. The only thing I wish is they would have had a Cybertruck there, but the readings are correct. The miles per hour or kilometer per hour actually do work when you open a door. As you can see, works. There's nothing with the front or nothing with the tonneau cover, and there's no imagery with that. It does not relay any battery information, so the battery communication does not work. This temperature, Celsius or Fahrenheit, I try to change it, it does not work yet, so that's not communicating at all. So those are the things that don't work. But if you're going to get one of these, you're probably getting it with for CarPlay or for Android Auto, and those things do actually work just fine. So if you're going to get Android Auto or if you're going to get CarPlay, actually works. I'm going to walk you very briefly through this screen here. The screw, this is SWC, that's steering wheel control. The little scroll wheels on your steering wheel, that does not work either right now. But this is just your quick settings here, and you can get into your settings. Make sure you connect to Wi-Fi and download the latest OS for this.
General, as you can see, I have it in Fahrenheit and it's not communicating with that. You want to go to the speed limit. Also, one thing that I do notice is when you're driving, you know, they'll give you the little speed limit signs on the side. That doesn't work either. So it's not giving you any speed limit little imagery indicator of what the actual speed limit is. But I did reach out to them, and they did say that they're working on all that. So they're gonna work on all that, get it all fixed, and then they will produce a update, which this updates over the air, which is absolutely fantastic, and then you can move on. The time zone, it only has UTC time zone, so I'm in a Pacific time zone, so I have to go -8 hours for it to display the correct time. PSI and bar works just fine in all the languages. So you have your modes right here. This is where you can change the color of your Cybertruck. You got gray, which I currently have, blue, black, red, and white, and then your drive mode, left or right. Your display, you're gonna have 3 different UIs. The first UI is this one right here, which is fantastic. Let's go back to the second UI. The second UI is a little bit more of a digital UI here. I'm assuming, since we're not getting any battery indicator, I don't think you're going to get any battery consumption data at all. That is your other UI, and then this, you can just scroll a little bit right here, and you got your settings, you got your CarPlay, Android Auto, Miracast, and AirPlay, I believe. This one doesn't have AirPlay. Yeah, that's AirPlay right there. And then your park, drive, rear, reverse, and neutral settings there. That is UI number 2. And then let's just go to UI number 3. UI number 3 looks like UI number 1, but when you're driving, it shows more of a 3-lane road here compared to just a single one on UI lane number 1. But let's scroll back into settings, and that's your display. Basically, you can go light mode, dark mode, or auto. There's mobile internet right here. This is your full screen, half screen. When you're on CarPlay or Android Auto, you can have Android Auto be your full screen, or you can do it half screen, where you will have Android Auto or CarPlay half screen, and then this little section over here is gonna it's gonna be your speedometer and like the rest of your Tesla data, like we currently see right now. And if you go down to software, this is where you do your software updates. When you're connected to a Wi-Fi, is going to have OTA right here, and then you click on it and it'll start downloading it and it'll install it and then reboot. But besides that, everything else looks good. It looks fantastic. There's nothing really wrong with this display. Like you said, it's just right now it's just lacking a couple of features. Well, they're not really features, it's just lacking some of the data communicating with the Cybertruck. If you look at the Model Y or the Model 3, it has a bunch of battery indicators, battery consumption, a bunch of data you can do. They're working on it with the Cybertruck. Once they figure all that out, there's going to be an OTA, and then you're going to be able to update it and then fix all those issues. But like I said, if you're getting one of these for Android Auto and CarPlay, you're probably not worrying about it. I don't really care about it, to be honest. I like this minimalist, clean look. I don't want nothing on the screen besides my speedometer and the image of the truck. So I'm fine with it, but I just want to let you guys know out there, if you're thinking about purchasing this S11 instrument cluster dash for your Cybertruck, that's what you're going to run into. All right, very briefly, this is how your Android Auto is going to look on the display. If you have CarPlay, it's just going to be CarPlay on that side, but I'm not going to walk through the interface with Android Auto, but it's basically, if you have Android Auto, this is how you go. And if you play the music does play through the speakers if you hit this, I believe. So you have to put your Tesla on Bluetooth, and then this automatically connects to your Bluetooth. And if you're using your music app on your Android Auto or CarPlay, it's going to play through the actual speakers of your vehicle. And in order to do that, I forgot to mention, just make sure that audio output right here, you have it on Bluetooth instead of loudspeaker, because this has a speaker itself and it will play it. And then you just hit Android Auto, and then you'll go back to Android Auto. This is just because it's on the YouTube Music, but then you just go back right here, and then you can go back to your maps or whatever you want, and then you have all your apps on here. I'm pretty sure you guys know how Android Auto works, or CarPlay. With that being said, installation was a lot easier than what I expected. I expected it to be very difficult. It was not difficult at all. This is my first time doing anything remotely close to what I just did to the Cybertruck, and honestly it gave me more confidence to do more accessory upgrades to my Cybertruck myself. I think I'm gonna tackle the rear view mirror myself later on a different video, but like I said, super easy to do. Don't be scared, just follow the instructions and you should have no issues whatsoever. One thing I did do was, let me check right here. They don't tell you, but I did run the wire for this. They have you run it right here along this side. I don't like that because I just think it looks tacky and it looks ugly. So I popped this back a little bit and I just fished it in here down to the side, which gives you a much cleaner look. That's just a little pro tip for you guys if you are planning on doing this. Just pop this up. It's just held on by clips, as everything is held on by clips on this truck, and just run the wire in here instead of running it here on top. It's just going to give you a better look. That's all we have for today. If you're interested in a more in-depth review of the cluster, let me know down in the comment section below. If you're thinking about picking the S11 instrument cluster up, link will be in the description of the video. I'll try to obtain a discount code, and if I do, it will also be listed right underneath the link. If you have any questions regarding the S11 instrument cluster, leave them down in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and like always, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.